Okay, so let's stick with volley then, since we already did that. It's a big weakness for you, and we've already done a good amount of warm up today. We're gonna do a little bit of volley to volley, please, Kirby. So you'll be like a step or two further in, and you guys are gonna do some soft, really relaxed rallies back and forth. Good K. So you should be really minimal, like not a whole lot of movement. Whole idea here is just to find the right angle with the strings. And each of your shots should have a little bit of curve or arc to them. Use the top of Kirby's head as a measuring point. That's perfect right there. Yeah. Why do you think that last one didn't make it over?
Racket head was turned on.
Good. Yeah, good awareness. Here, check this out. Here's the one that you just hit.
Oh, boy, look how it moved.
And why did it move? We talked about
hit.
this. Yes. So right at contact.
It was too low.
Contact was at the bottom side of the frame.
And it moved the racket. My hand was loose.
So you can see the trajectory here of the ball. You're badly like trying to open the racket face, but it's too late now. The ball is gone, and the ball is on this trajectory forwards, which is exactly why it hit the net. So yeah, you're actually what I see with you right now is like the position you're in here with your body is good. Like you're in good balance. You're good contact point here.
Look where my eyes are.
Yeah.
They are not looking at the ball.
Yeah, it would for sure be helpful. No question about it. It's just really the basics for you right now. Making clean contact, being aware of the angle of the racket face. There were several, as you've been rallying, several times where you hit the net after mishitting, and you punched at the next one harder. It's like, oh, I gotta get it over. And then you hit that one clean, and it like went way too far, and you're kind of like seesawing back and forth. And I think for you to be confident with your backhand volley, we need to slow things down to where you can really be mindful about what's causing the mistakes, and then practicing adjusting for those variables to where things start getting steady and comfortable and you start to gain some confidence. There's not, like, I don't see any like big technical flaw in your backhand volley. I think you're just not reliably executing the really fundamental things enough. And so you don't have good awareness of the racket face, and you're not good at hitting the ball cleanly. It's like, if you can't do those two things, well, you know, everything else kind of doesn't make a whole lot of difference, right? So let's do this. Okay, we're gonna really simplify things a ton. We're gonna use just these two service boxes, and Kirby's gonna make a little ball pyramid right in the middle of her service box. Your home base is gonna be like 2 or 3 steps from the net. Kirby's gonna let everything bounce in front of her. Your target is that pyramid right there. And we're gonna basically replicate the kind of technique that we did earlier today, where we're turning to the side, setting the racket up, and just letting the ball bounce off. You're not gonna have to do much more than that to hit that target. And so we're gonna really isolate things and just focus on the quality of your contact and the angle of your strings. Anytime you hit a volley that doesn't even make it over the net, or it goes someplace totally other than where we were expecting, I'm gonna ask you to just pause for a second and tell me what happened. And it's not so much so that I can know, like I'll be watching you, it's so that I'm sure that you are feeling and sensing what to focus on. Does that make sense? Okay. So Kirby's gonna hit you all backhand volleys. Let me try a couple, Kirby. Ooh. And your goal here, Kay, is to be really simple. Just let the ball bounce off your racket and make small adjustments with the angle of your racket face and the quality of your contact from shot to shot. So that shot, for example, I felt, based on how my racket twisted, I hit up here. That's why the ball barely made it over the net and landed like 6 feet short of what my intention was. And that's basically the process right now, that's it. So only backhands, that's your only goal, is to try to hit that pyramid with a calm, soft backhand volley. Make sense? And you and Kirby are going to rally together, nice and soft. Every shot, make an adjustment. It's nice, Kay. Good try, good try. Why didn't you make it over?
Well, I didn't step good enough for one thing. And I get down here.
Which do you think is more important?
Probably the racket face.
Yes. If you step perfectly and the ball hits your frame, will you make the shot?
Oh.
If you step poorly, but you hit it cleanly, will you make the shot?
A better chance.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say footwork's not important,
Okay.
but if you don't have your priorities straight and you keep, oh, I didn't step, it really was irrelevant for that particular shot. I wish I had that one on video because frankly, I thought you looked pretty good. Like if we looked at the replay, I'm sorry I don't have it, I think you'd actually be pretty happy with how you looked. But your focus is on something totally different than what made it go where we didn't want it to go. So my goal here in the next 20 minutes is to kind of reorder the steps in your brain and get you to focus on the right things so you can be successful here. Nice shot.
Off center. Racket face.
I'm not sure which was the bigger factor. Come on over here and let's look. It's just a lot easier to see in the shade. Here it is. It was actually, I didn't see it was that far off center. Yeah, it was way off center.
Yeah.
So again, your racket was open more than enough had you hit it cleanly, but it was well off center. Okay. So the ball just will not come off your racket the way it's supposed to. Good, I'm glad you felt that. Remember your target. Okay. Way to soften that one up, Kay. Yep, great job, great job. Great job. That's 4 or 5 clean shots in a row, great job. Yep. Awesome. Clean shot, great job, it's okay. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. That was a pretty obvious one. You had a solid 7 or 8 shots in a row there that were clean, like the ball easily came off your racket.
I'd take 7 out of 8 volleys.
Though that's the rhythm we need to get you in. And I think quality of contact for you is priority number 1. Okay. You've got a whole lot of other commands and like tips and like things going on in your head. Until we get consistent clean shots, frankly, I don't care about the rest of it. Okay. Once you can hit 9 out of 10 shots cleanly and crisply in the middle of your racket, then we can start to, there's other stuff we can improve, but until that's happening, we need to just get that squared away first. Good. It must have been a solid 15 or 20 in a row.
Yeah.
Come on over here. Here's the one that you missed. I think you actually pointed out exactly where you see. So your guess was up here on the top. I think you're right.
Hard to tell. It's one side or the other.
Yeah, you're right. It is tough to tell. It is the top. And the reason we can tell is because of the way the racket twists. You see how it twists open? If you hold your racket in a backhand position and just hold it there real loosely, like just barely enough to keep the racket up, and I tap on that top part, you see how it immediately twists the racket that way, whereas the bottom part will immediately, you feel how it closes it. And so eventually, as you start to focus more on this, you'll be able to just feel, even if you don't literally see where the ball hits, which when the ball is moving quickly, it's awfully hard to tell where the ball hits exactly. You'll be able to feel exactly where it was and adjust the next one so you line the strings up better. Okay. All right, keep going. Nice job. Shot. Good, Kay. Shots are getting cleaner and cleaner. It's sounding better and better. If I didn't know any better, I'd say maybe you even like your backhand volley right now.
Racket face.
Good, nice job. I agree 100%. Let's look at it real quick. And I actually want you to watch a couple of these just in real time. Just gonna play a couple. This shot right here is super, super controlled and clean, simple. That's what I would really love to see you. Clean shot, nice relaxed hand. You're just letting it rebound. Most of the shots over the last minute or two have looked like that.
Yeah, that
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Who is that?
Bit off center. Good, clean shot. Nice job.
Yay.
Nice job, nice job. I mentioned before 9 out of 10. You're easily hitting 80-90% clean shots now. I'm guessing internally you're slowly starting to kind of relax a little bit. It's not so, you're not having much anxiety anymore over it. And you want to kind of, when you go home, you want to kind of find that place. You can use a ball machine for this, or have somebody feed to you or whatever. Ball machine would probably be perfect. Focus on contact. Get to the point where you're just calmly just hitting clean shots, and then just hang out there for like a half an hour. And like that's when you're going to start to build your confidence in this shot. As long as your only practice is in like a drill group or a match or whatever, where stuff you're like running around like hitting shots, you're never going to develop much confidence or feel with this shot. Nice shot, nice shot, nice shot. Let's look at that one real quick while Kirby's setting up. It's really great, simple. Even though it's low, Kirby dropped it down. Great job getting the strings behind the ball. Relaxed. Great job. Any questions?
Oh no.
Super simple. Like please don't overcomplicate this. You're probably going to be tempted when you get out there and actually practice it to start going through the circle of like different. I was step in and like keep my racket head up and keep your eye on the ball and all that stuff. Just focus on quality of contact. And honestly, probably for a week or two, just make that your focus up at the net. And your confidence is going to increase dramatically. And then we can start to talk about the other technical stuff. But until you're hitting the ball cleanly, consistently, the rest of it is really kind of irrelevant because it'll sabotage you.
Okay.
All right, good job.